So today's January 26th, and for today's torch, I think I had to make almost 3-4 videos since I had the two ambulance sirens, one for pizza, one for pasta, one helicopter passed over my house to dictate about David Icke and the Archons video I was watching. Then I had revving of the bike engine when I went to put out the trash, because that is what they've been doing for past 5 to 6 years. For particular time, like, so it was pizza's box that I was trashing out, right? So now they want to even have the same target, like more torture techniques to dictate one thing. They want to perform at least 7 to 8 different kind of torture techniques. So they had the ringing of the bike engine exactly at that time, and that's why I had my video on before I even went out to put the trash. So I had that in recording. Then while I was preparing pizza and salad and all that, they started to electric shock me, right, on the right side of my brain. And then so after all that, it's almost 8 p.m. here at night. So I was watching this video. It's about Pet Go 2 Reloaded, what to expect in 2023. So he's talking about some cartoon depiction. The cartoon, animated cartoon, where they show all this Illuminati's black and white tiles and the rabbit, because 2023 is the rabbit year. But this cartoon was made a few years ago. And the same cartoon, actually, even Almas Jacob, I just saw today, where he was showing the same thing, where they're showing this nuclear symbol on a girl's face as a tattoo. And so this guy was saying, like, how 2023 could be, like how they do mind prediction in their cartoons and movies and all that. So it could be that. So he's just going through all that. So anyways, in that, a particular scene came of, I don't know, it was lettuce or cabbage or something. It was a farm, and 2 people were holding this cabbage or lettuce kind of thing in their hand. And while that was going on, I was thinking, I was having thoughts like, because this guy had already spoken about tribulation, all that. So I'm like, oh, you know what, right now people are not even paying attention to what I'm saying. So when the actual tribulation will start, and how these people who does not have mark of the beast, how these people will have to go through this total control, while these people will the elites, all these elites will have on the common people. So I was thinking, like, how my family members will like react or think or something. And I don't know, it's at that thought or it has to do with lettuce and cabbage, whatever was being displayed, I'm not sure. But because even if during lunchtime, when I was taking out lettuce, cucumber and carrot, that is exactly when they started to give me electric shocks, right, on the right side of my brain. So anything on the right side means, oh, don't do that, or it's right, or it's bad, or whatever they wanted to make issue about. So again, that is being displayed on TV. They want to make again the issue. So they started giving me electric shocks on the right side of the brain. And then, so it could be that, or it could be what I was thinking, about how the tribulation will fall, how people will react, or even they will realize at that point. Was I was telling now that how these people are totally controlling me, from twitching my muscles and giving me shooting needle pains and removing eyelash and giving palpitations, pain, or even giving me pain in joints, to like jaw blocking or at a particular finger, and it looks like you're having some physical problem, but no, all this is done via their witchcraft. And then the pulling of the eardrum or heating of your ears or hands or feet or whatever it is. So when these people will go through same, if they do not take mark of the beast, and how the banks were gonna harass. And I was even thinking about the bank that is even harassing me right now, and these people have been harassing me even for whatever I used to buy, because back then I had no clue. I buy something and these people will either have gang stalking, like cars parked outside, or cop cars is parked in the parking lot, or somebody like absolute strangers cars is parked right in my neighborhood at even at night time, or with and they will either red car or the tail light will be like they will have the brake pedal on, right? They will have their feet on the brake pedal so I can see the brake lights on from behind. So anything red is like, oh, don't do that or whatever. They used to make a lot of issue about me buying basically anything. If I bought anything, they used to send people also asking for donations and all that. Oh, you're buying this, then here we're gonna send people to ask for donation because you got a lot of money. So these kind of street theaters these people used to play. So and back then I had no clue why the heck they're doing this, but when I learned about all this Bible thing where it says if you do not have mark of the beast, then you won't be able to buy or sell anything. And so that's why I'm like, oh, okay, so that's why these people were continuously doing all this. Because and then I heard about the chosen one, that the chosen one have like so much light or in the spirit realm or some positivity so much that that these dark people, they cannot take it, or they had some problem, whatever it is. So and that's why these people were kind of trying to block me from even buying. And like all the mind games like they used to play. Even they used to have, even businesses, they used to close down business. They will tell businesses to close down even during daytime. And I see people literally sitting there, but the lights are off, and even they will have the water cup or the coffee cup of the same business open. I mean, water cup lying on the table where they were seated and they were dining, but the business itself will shut down, and then you'll see nobody around. And although the person who was working behind, serving the coffee and all is still there. So all this kind of BS was going on. Or even the retail store. Once we went to a retail store and they said, oh, their computer is down, so we cannot, because my in-law wanted to go and exchange something at like around 8 p.m., something like that. So back then, like I said, they didn't want me to do anything, go out at after a certain time. And so they will tell business to just completely shut down. But instead of completely shutting down, they used to say, just shut down your computer and just write on the main door that you do not accept exchanges and all that. However, they were doing the, if somebody wants to buy something, they were able to buy with cash. But how are they going to write all their in their system? Because, it's a chain, it's a franchisee retail store. So I'm sure you want to give all that data to your, the boss higher up, where all the purchases were made. And, I mean, how, and even with the taxes and everything. So I don't know how they were even calculating, but I saw sarcastic smile also there. So I knew that all these people were playing games. But back then I had no clue why these people playing so much games, with the banks and with the retail stores and with all these restaurants putting meat in my food. So yeah, there was a lot of this BS game going on with these people. And so yeah, today I found out that it was this archons, and that's what Moses Darlington said, that the archons need energy of star seeds. And that is why Dr. Richard Boylan said that star seeds are targeted, because they fear that star kids will figure out what the UFO cover-up is. And so UFO cover-up is nothing. UFOs are genes and demons and Lucifer and archons or whatever. So they want to have our energy, star seeds energy, for them to keep driving this force, because they are continuously mingling with the 3D dimension people here on this earth, and they are manipulating the world accordingly somehow. So that is what David Icke was explaining, all that. And so Yeah, so anyways, they just gave me, so when they gave me the shock, electric shock on the right side of the brain, when that lattice thing popped up, and at the thought of how the tribulation period will go, and at the very same time, they gave me shooting needle pain in my rectum twice. Okay. So it could be it has to do with the lettuce or cabbage, whatever they were displaying in this video. And most likely it might have to do with that, because that is exactly when they gave me the electric shock in the during lunchtime. So they wanted to make issue about lettuce, okay, I guess, or yeah. Like I said, they've made issues about radish, about carrots, about spinach, about you name it, they've made issue. And while I was eating the leftover pizza, they again played the ad of Pat Food. Okay, that is their other favorite. They will either play some junk food, or Spectrum, or pet food. That is also their favorite. They'll play a particular ad related to the food I have made, or or I'm eating, or they just gave me electric shock on the right side of the brain. Oh yeah, that's a bad food. Well, and what do they mind program people? They will have Angelina Jolie eat cockroaches and insects. They will have Ranveer, the Bollywood actor, to eat the same caterpillars and cockroaches and grasshoppers and all those kind of insects. They will have all these scientists make the videos where they will say, it's good to eat grasshoppers and all these insects. They are so nutritious, So these people at the end of the day, who are continuously telling me what to do, what not to do, they're gonna eat either human flesh, because they are into sacrifice. They're gonna kill some animals and humans. They're gonna eat their flesh, drink their blood, or they're gonna eat some insects, because that is the super elite food, right? As Angelina Jolie shows. And these people are coming here to dictate me what to do, what not to do. Making even issues about my bras and my underwear, when they are Justin Bieber is just posing half naked in the stage, and kissing girls, pressing her breast on the stage. All this is going on, and they don't want to go and dictate him anything. Why not? Because I guess Lucifer doesn't want to leech out his energy, because he's into Satan or whatever. This is the BS that these people do, like David Icke said, and he was explaining. So when I was reading Darlington Moses' book, and he used the word archons, but back then I had no clue what it was, and so for the first time today, I thought I had some time, so let me see what archons is. And the moment I started the video, I saw it was around 5 minutes and something, and they knew, because I had already prepared my mind what I'm going to do after one thing, after second thing, after third thing, right? I'm already playing in my, for example, while I was eating and I was watching this video on TV, I've already prepared my mind that I'm gonna go and upload these videos, and transfer the videos on my computer. So these people know. Okay, so if they want to do something, they will have their either ambulance ready or something ready, so that I can or they can use that ambulance siren at a particular time if I'm transferring something. Because what happens is I have to watch the videos also in the meantime, because I have to rename those videos. So at that particular some sentence or whatever I'm saying, they will start to do the ambulance sirens. Okay. So same thing, when I was watching the David Icke's video, because I was thinking already, right, what I'm about to do. So they might have this helicopter ready, starting somewhere, and all these military bases are literally, I would say 10-15 minutes away from my house, at least. By car, I would say it would maybe take about 20-30 minutes. I don't know. By helicopter, it might take, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not sure. So it's a lot. Some of the bases are very close to our house. So, they already know what's coming, and so that is how they can prepare and synchronize everything what I do. And like CIA guy Robert Duncan guy says, right? They do improbable synchronization. He said it. And so that is what was being done, the synchronization of the helicopter. And this was not just random synchronization. They tell all of these helicopters, especially military helicopters, those are involved in these crimes. So they are not just randomly doing any synchronization. No. These people are very well aware, and they are into this targeting torture programs.